Dirt roads to rock crawling, two-buck chuck to screaming eagle, moonshine to 50-year-old single malt. We talk about it all here on Wheelin' Wine and Whiskey with your hosts, Jason and Chris.
Welcome to Wheeling Wine and Whiskey, episode 113, 113. We are in the triple digits here, Chris.
Still?
Oh, my God.
We're going to be in the triple digits for a while.
Yeah, apparently. But hey, welcome to the home studio, Chris. How the heck are you?
I'm doing pretty well.
We got Lorenzo here.
He's still here.
He's still here. He's doing good.
Doesn't mean
So,
kidnapped or...
we did implant a chip into him. You know how they do that with animals? So he's registered with the SPCA.
So you shoved a tile up his butt?
No, I didn't do it. Some doctor did. But so if anybody takes him in the future, we will know exact whereabouts.
Is it satellite tracked?
It is. It's everything tracked. It's GPS, radar, satellite, everything.
Sonar, just in case he's underwater?
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
We're going to find him again. He will never get lost.
Perfect. Well, and the manacles of 4 are not really helping at all.
Right. So,
all right.
Anyways, but he's been good. I got to say, he's been on his best behavior and really thankful because he had to reflect on his life choices, and he made some bad choices, a lot of bad choices. Right, well, Lorenzo?
Did he make it to Belize? Was he down where
I don't
Jimmy
think he was in Belize. I
never made it to Belize.
I don't think so.
Well, you should ask him.
But Jimmy and the assistants here, did you ever make it to Belize?
Tap your hoof twice if you did, and once if you did.
He doesn't know. He was. Look, he's saying, look.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He doesn't remember. He just was in a cocaine. Drunken bender, and he doesn't know. He doesn't know where the fuck he was.
He was all over apparently, but we'll find out.
Do you have any memories, Lorenzo? You do? Oh, but you can't say on the podcast. No. Okay. All right.
Why do we even give him a microphone?
I don't know, but he's it's good. I'm glad he went on that junket and got stolen, apprehended, abducted, I guess we should say.
Yeah.
By the Snail Trail crew, because he appreciates us now. Because he was an unappreciative, like teenager kid that just, it's like, dude, you got a great life. You need to realize what you got going on. And he didn't.
Yeah.
But now he does.
Is he back on the payroll?
Yeah, he's back on the payroll. He's been earning his keep. Look how clean and svelte he's looking. I will go that far.
He's spending a fair amount of money on grooming.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
I mean it's good. He actually cares about himself now. He cares about the people around him.
Spiffy shoes.
Yeah, look at the nail job he's got going on. Do you call that nails? I don't know. Hoof job. Well, he got a hoof job. That sounds a little erotic. Anyways, he is doing well. Lorenzo, welcome back.
Yep.
Let's see you do some more work, though. I got to see you. We're paying you a little much for what you're producing.
Yeah, we need You need to start lining up some guests and so forth. And I heard we had some complaints about your activities in the green room last week.
Yeah. He drank all the whiskey before Ultra 4 Jones got in there.
That's bullshit.
That's not right. So, hey, we're watching you.
This is Wheeling Wine and Whiskey. We do better.
Eyes on
we're better
you.
Than that. Yes, right. I'm watching you.
We're watching you.
All right.
So, moving on. Okay, look, he's like, yeah, let's wrap this up. Look, he's giving the little circle of thing. Hey, for horses and donkeys and jackasses like you.
We've got a lot of things to talk about in the show, and I know that I was listening to the latest episode from Snail Trail, and they were talking about the Ford Bronco, the new Bronco versus the Jeep Wrangler, right? Rubicon. I guess they came out with the Extreme Edition or something.
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you what, the ultimate thing that came out of that show for me was it sounds like those guys are closet.
They are closet Jeep lovers.
Yeah.
They are, huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think they shout it out in their sleep in the middle of the night in their fantasies. Oh, Jeep. Oh,
we
gee.
need more Torques. And the only way to get more Torques is to buy a Jeep. And Tyler was all over that 392 Jeep.
Oh, hey, I actually got to physically touch. I was offered to drive it. I couldn't because I was in an inebriated state at the time. But I will. Jeep with the Hemi, the 392 Hemi. I got to witness and hear it start up. And they have a button for
A cutout
on
the exhaust. Yeah.
Fuck.
Did you see the WFO video?
Dude, it's badass.
If I had a 75 or 80 or 90 grand burning a hole in my pocket, I might consider that.
So I was up in Tahoe with my girlfriend, and we're sitting there, and we go, okay, we got to go over to her neighbor's house. You're gonna love them. They're gearheads, and I'm like, okay, whatever, let's go down there. They got a boat. They got a nice Cobalt boat, and then I saw snowmobiles in the back property. I'm like, okay, I can, whatever. I'll adapt to any situation. So we go in there and we bring a bottle of wine and a charcuterie plate, and we sit down and we just start BSing. Charcuterie.
What?
You never had charcuterie?
I'm just
it's meats and cheeses.
Just want to make you say it.
I love charcuterie. I love saying charcuterie. It's a great thing. Fuck. That is one of the best après ski freaking deals. When you got après ski freaking charcuterie. Yes.
You're in like Flynn, right?
Anyways, so we go down to their house and we're just chit-chatting, and of course I'm new to this operation, and so I just, kind of observing and talking, and so I start talking to this guy, and he goes, we start talking about street rods, and he has a street rod. Of course, I grew up in street rods, and then we start talking about Jeeps, and he goes, yeah, I got this, I had this Jeep, I sold it, and da-da-da-da. He had a Wrangler, square, Barbie Jeep, and he goes, yeah, I felt gay, so I need to sell it.
Wow.
I don't know, that's what he said. I'm not, not judging, just what he said. And and then he goes, just recently I was at this dealership talking to my buddy, and jokingly said, do you have any Hemi 392 Jeeps in stock? And he goes, actually, we got 4 in. We sold all 4 of them on pre-order, but one guy denied. So he goes, I actually have a 392 Jeep right now. 492 would be better, but 392 Jeep. And I'm like, and what'd you do? And he goes, I looked at it. I started it. I couldn't pass it up. I bought it. And I go, oh, that's cool. Let me, I'd love to see that. They live up in Santa Rosa, which isn't far from us, from San Jose, whatever, 45 minutes, an hour. And I go, oh, I'd love to check that out someday.
But yeah.
No, well, in traffic, but so I go, I'd love to check that out someday. And he goes, oh, it's here. Let's grab a cocktail and head downstairs. And I go, no shit. So went downstairs, and there he is, and he starts it. And, I'm not a Dodge fan, obviously, because I make a lot of fun of Dodges and shit.
Yeah.
But it's a fucking Hemi in a Jeep, and I'm a huge Jeep fan. And he started up, and it sounded badass.
First V8 powered Jeep in how many years?
Yeah. And then he hit the cutout button, and it just opened that badass up, and he just was like, ba, 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 ba. And I'm like, okay, all right, I need to drive this thing. I need to check it out. So I wasn't in the ability to drive it at that point in time, but in the future, I'd love to drive the 392.
You need to
badass Jeep.
You need to look up the WFO.
So
video.
It didn't even. There wasn't a latte maker. This is way beyond a latte maker, right? With the Hemi in it. So he has a button in his dash that he presses, and it out comes like a freaking 1972 freaking Scotch. Just beautiful. Yeah. Just,
I was thinking of martini shaken.
No. This is just like really high quality shit. No lattes here. No little pinkies up in the air. It was like legit freaking, here you go. This is a man's rig. We're going to serve you. We're going to serve you some good Scotch. So just saying. Right. Really good. So anyways.
Game on, Rodney.
Yeah. 392 Jeep. I got to see it, feel it, touch it. I didn't get to drive it, but it will happen in the future. But that was badass.
If they're all-wheel drive, you can't do donuts in them.
Well, you can disconnect the front end.
Yeah, you have to drop the drive shaft like they did at WFO, but yeah.
But beautiful rig, and he's older, and he's just like, this is he's had a bunch of different cars over the years, and he goes, this thing is just a kick in the pants, and I'm like, good for you.
Back in 450
he's enjoying it.
Or be wrong.
Yeah, he's enjoying it. So.
Sweet.
Anyways,
cool. No, so that's badass, and I know the Snail Trail boys seem to be in love with it, but
yeah.
The Ford Bronco, they did that big comparison, but then I read in the news that the Ford they started production of the Bronco, and they've been starting to be delivered to customers in the wild.
Right.
But also Ford had to halt production because they've run out of chips.
What?
So this is what I read. I read it in a reliable source on the interweb that Ford had to shut the manufacturing line down for Ford Broncos because they don't have enough parts.
Oh my God! What has happened to this world?
Well, it's all about chips,
Chips. It's all. I thought it was ball bearings.
Well, it's chips now.
Ball bearings. It was ball bearings.
Chips with ball bearings.
It's all about ball bearings these days.
So,
shit.
But yeah, it's kind of tripping me out, that people, and I think the Bronco's pretty badass, and I want to see him in the wild. I mean, I see these Bronco sports all over the goddamn place, and those aren't real. Those are what Ford Escapes or something,
right?
But anyway, so that's just kind of if you have an order placed, Tyler, for a Ford Bronco, and you've been waiting, you're going to keep waiting.
Right.
Don't hold your breath. And then I don't know.
Let's get into phone messages here real quick because we just got a couple messages in on the old hotline here.
Oh geez, did we listen to him before?
What was that? What's our number again, Chris?
1-800.
Yep.
Jeeps are awesome.
That is it. 1-800 Jeeps are awesome.
No, 1-800 Toyotas suck.
408-800-5169.
That's the number.
408-800-5169. 408-800-5169. All right.
You're supposed to say it 3 times too, right?
Exactly, because that's 3 times 99% of the people of the U.S. will understand. So here we go. Are we clicked in here? We good, Chris?
I think so.
Okay, here we go. Here's our first. We got 2 messages here.
Oh, boy.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hoarding the buttons. It's all right. You can't hoard it. Hoarding is wrong. You just can't be hoarding that. It's just wrong. So.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's a Toyota person.
I have no idea what the hell was just said. I don't even know if I can clean that up.
All right, here we go. Here's the follow-up of that. It'll all make sense now. You ready?
I'm sorry. This is Don, Rover Don. That other guy, that was Donnie. He normally only comes out around the campfire after the bourbon's been flowing. We try to keep him chained up otherwise.
Oh, good.
But yeah, got some good deep cuts in on that last one. I heard some Mel Brooks, I heard some George Thorogood, and the classic Foghorn Leghorn. Good references. Well put. Well on point. All right, we'll talk to you guys later.
Right on.
I say I keep my feathers numbered for just such an emergency. Anyways, Donnie, glad you called in. That's great. I love this. I'm telling you, this Google number was the best thing we ever came up with.
That's right. Did he ever find any Bland's?
Thanks for coming in. No, he didn't even ask for it because I got a bottle with his name on it, but he didn't even ask for it. So sorry, Donnie. I might have to sell that to the next highest bidder. We'll see.
I don't know. Do I have any money anymore?
I don't know. You got Chris money.
Right.
You got money buried in mayonnaise jars in your garage. It doesn't even matter.
That's right. Then my kid cleaned up the garage and all my money's gone.
Yeah, there you go.
So, well, there you go. That's 2 new voice messages.
Yeah, so feel free to phone in because Donnie had been calling into the Snail Trail, and I'm like, no, you're calling in the wrong podcast.
That's right.
You want the #1 off-road, growing, enthusiastic,
fastest growing off-road podcast,
and the most Ultra 4 information that you could ever have.
Right. Insider
Wine and
information.
whiskey. Insider. I mean,
legit from the source.
We're interviewing the top drivers of Ultra 4, for
Yeah,
God's
man.
sakes.
Yeah, we're making it happen. Hey, we also have a new review.
Oh, we do.
And just wanted to, so are we still doing, if you give it a 5-star review, are we still bribing our listeners if they do a
Hell
5-star
yeah.
review?
We're not giving away a winch like Snail Boys, but we got stickers, so I'm sending stickers out left and right. So
All
bring
right.
it on.
You heard it here. So
Yep.
if you write a 5-star review on iTunes,
Yes,
It
it's
gotta be
got to be iTunes, unfortunately.
and DM Jason, we'd be happy to send
Yeah,
you
just
some
send me
stickers.
hey, I sent this 5-star review. Okay, great. I'll send you a sticker. Maybe some other stickers with it.
Maybe.
There's swag packs going out
stickers,
left and right
we got
here.
Sticker piles
Yeah,
of stickers.
yeah.
All right, this is from Andrew, ED4 with a TJ.
Wow.
Jason and Chris keeping the Bay Area off-roaders up to date on goings-on in the community. Thanks, guys.
Trying.
Need one of those koozies soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to pay for that
Which one? Which version do you want?
Version 3.0 probably.
Yeah.
Which are coming live soon. So that's Andrew and Elmo via Apple Podcasts.
Nice. So, about the koozies. Thank you, Andrew, first of all. Yeah, we're on version 3.0, and these are freaking ridiculous. They have landed in the States. They will be here in the next couple of days, and I am excited because they're great. They will take paint off your rig. So,
You can remove dents.
the goal is, and I don't want to test this, but I kind of want to test it, is like have a beverage in the koozie, in the buggy, and roll over. And the beverage spills out of the koozie, but it still holds the can and the koozie, in that situation. So just, environmentally sound. We're watering the wildlife, but
Well, that'd be your Dr. Pepper, right?
yes, so Dr. Pepper, Coke,
So it'd be even better if
water.
it rolled over and it rolled over in such a manner that you could still drink it.
I'm even drinking those. You know what I really have drinking lately?
White Claw?
No. The LaCroix tangerine.
Oh, yeah.
LaCroix tangerine or orange.
Yeah.
That's nice. It's got a little hint of the tangerine orange, but it's in a can and it's nice. It's seltzer water with a little hint of orange or tangerine.
A little taste of something.
But that's what I've been drinking lately to hydrate, other than the C- or other options. But anyways.
Okay.
So we're going to test it out. It's going to be buggy approved,
Shortly.
this new version. But like we say, it's not a giveaway because it's more than we can afford.
We're going into debt again.
We were in a huge debt with these stupid koozies.
We need more patrons.
They are where we wanted them. These are
legit.
Ultra 4 certified koozies. You can put the koozie on any part of an Ultra 4 vehicle that has ferrous metal in it, and it ain't gonna move. And that's what we wanted.
And you'll need a crowbar to get it off. So yep.
Is Toyota approved? You wanna flip and raisin up your Toyota?
Well, you can pull dents out.
Yeah, exactly. You stick it into an area of your sidewall of your Toyota, pull off the koozie, and it's going to pull that dent right out.
Tyler.
Man, this is great. I love it.
Body work and everything.
Yeah, perfect.
Speaking of denting up your rig and whatnot, so I was working on my Jeep again, and the latest update is all the recovery gear is fully installed now. I got the Freedom Rope cable wound on.
Nice.
There. I got the
80 feet of it.
80 feet. I got the new offset fairlead from Factor 55 is bolted up and looking super sexy.
Okay.
And I've got the Factor 55 closed winching
thimble
dealio.
Yes.
attached. I've posted pictures on the Instagram about it. I think I'm going to provide them to you so you can do it on Wheeling Wine and Whiskey.
Yeah.
But at my IG page, I think is 1995 YJ4CJM.
Yeah, there's a lot of numbers and letters there.
It's all backwards, and I'm thinking of changing it, but whatever. So I'm happy about that, and then so. We're recording right after the July 4th holiday. Hopefully everybody had a great holiday weekend.
What a great weekend.
I know that
I was up in Tahoe.
Where was the weather great?
It was freaking perfect. There was one fireworks show on Lake Tahoe. Normally it was like 5 or 6.
So yeah, I know I heard a lot of them were canceled.
Yeah, they were canceled, and there was supposed to be nothing according to the old interwebs. But sitting there, and we were looking at the lake, and then this one started over at South Shore. Legit show.
Okay, is that the one that's always there?
I don't know where it was coming from. Somewhere over on the South Shore. I was over on North Shore looking across the lake, and man, it was a good show. We ran up to the roof and watched it, and it was a good show. And then, of course, there was a few, random mortars going off here and there,
people
but
were
not
just randomly launching them in the forest.
Not like over the lake, but it wasn't like the Bay Area where it's just fucking Beirut. So,
dude, Livermore sounded like a war
it's
zone.
terrible. I know it's terrible, and
Dude,
but anyways,
somebody set off one that
was
shook
good.
my house.
Yeah, I believe it. And we had some M1000s going off that were just. They just echo through, the Sierras there. But anyways, it was cool. There was no fires, thank God.
Thank God. I know there was a few in Oakland.
And we because California is so freaking dry right now. God,
scary
people. So just a little PSA, if you're coming to California or you're in California and you're going to go on the Rubicon or any of our great trails, just be cognizant, please. Because things are ridiculously dry. Get your fire permits if a fire is permitted, and you even need a fire permit if you're gonna
for a stove.
Use your gas barbecue and gas range. Cooktop. Your 2-burner Coleman stove, because they don't allow wood burning or charcoal burning entities right now in California.
Right. Especially in the national forest.
Yeah. So, propane is okay because it's a small source and you can turn it off and it's not having sparks going out into the environment typically, but the more you know. Anyways, get your frickin' fire permit if you're coming to California, and be frickin' smart, okay?
Yes.
Our listeners are the best listeners out there, and they know all this, but I just want to reiterate it.
Don't
move on.
Don't be that guy or gal. Moving on.
Don't be that asshole.
So I also drove my Jeep this weekend because I posted up on the IG. What better way to celebrate than by driving a Jeep?
Right.
Descendant, I thought that was a pretty good post.
Right.
So decided I wanted to dig the Jeep out, take it for a drive because it hasn't been out of the garage in a while.
Okay.
And drove it up to Discovery Bay for a little member appreciation thing at the club I work at. And boy, that was a little sketch driving.
Really?
I hadn't driven it like at highway speeds since. I mean, I drove a little bit at highway speeds, but I wasn't really paying super close attention to it. But driving up Vasco Road, holy crap, that thing was skittish as hell.
Really?
And the steering was not very good and light, and it felt
Jeep
super
was
light.
pissed at you.
It was
That's
pissed.
why. It was pissed at you because you haven't driven it off.
First, I originally thought, I felt like it had a flat spot because I've been sitting, you always develop flat spots.
That happens.
But those kind of worked out, and then I was like, Jesus, this thing's really just not right. And so I did some research, and my caster has got to be way off. I spoke to you on the phone about this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do a quick, I have a degree gauge dealie in my house. I'll put that on the front end and see how far off I am. And I may have might have to put degree shims in there to get it. But just there's the research I did on the internet about it, and the symptoms I had for the way the Jeep was steering and handling. everybody agrees that the caster is way, way off. So I want to get that resolved as soon as possible because I still want to go wheeling this season. So
That'd be great.
yeah. So, but yeah, right now, I mean, I know I don't do a whole lot of freeway driving on the Jeep, but we go some places and there's some road time to get to where you need to go. And, if it's
That is true.
If it's scary,
That is true.
It's just not right. So I'm working on that. I don't know if you've got any projects happening with your rigs at all.
Well, I got to get the Jeep in the Jeep's got a crack in the frame. I got to get welded up, and then the buggy I got to get in the garage and get ready for Meadow Lake, the Fordyce Creek Trail.
Yeah.
And I just bought that new shifter,
Right.
Hollow Off-Road, that Irate 4x4 helped me procure, Austin Priest.
Right.
Thank you very much. And so that and filling the tires with water, greasing everything, just going through the buggy, and I will be ready for Meadow Lake and Sierra Trek run coming up here in August. Unfortunately, July is freaking booked, so I don't have any more runs in July.
Wow.
I got another car show rod run with the 32 Roadster coming up. But I just know it's crazy year.
It is a crazy year, and I know between family issues and whatnot.
Yeah, so my mom wants to go on this rod run, so I'm going to go with her on that, and that's great. And then I'm going to, at the end of the month, beginning of August, we'll be up at Meadow Lake.
Right.
And then we got the Sierra Trek event that we're going to be at and have a booth.
Right.
That we are promoting, obviously, Wheeling Wine and Whiskey. Johnny's going to be with us from Dirtbag.
Correct.
Promoting his brand, Dirtbag Clothing. And then we're also going to have Element Fire Extinguisher.
That's right.
There and promoting that, and they have donated a fire extinguisher for the raffle.
That's
Element
correct.
Fire Extinguisher. So I reached out to them and say, hey, I'm doing this event. Would love to have you guys there and promote it at a raffle. And so they donated Element Fire Extinguisher for the raffle. So if you are at Cal 4-Wheel Sierra Trek up at Meadow Lake, coming up, that is the second weekend of August, which is the 12th through the 15th.
That's correct.
Yep. Sign up for that event if you haven't. It's from mild to wild. If you want to run the Fordyce Creek Trail, this is a great time to run it with people helping you up that trail. It is I'm going to say the second hardest trail in California. Johnson Valley being the first, whatever Johnson Valley trail you want to choose. There's some ridiculous friggin' trails out there.
Outer limits, man.
Full of love, full of hate. I will put you on those trails if you think that Fordyce is not all that. But anyways, Fordyce Creek Trail is super hard. It makes the Rubicon look like a freaking stroll through the park. But it is cool because there are people there to help you at all the wind chills.
That's right.
And get you back to camp safely. And there's some great food. It is an excellent event. Go to cal4wheel.com. Obviously, it's a California event, so if you're on the West Coast, it's easy. If you're on the West Coast, it's a haul to get out to, but you will not be disappointed. I guarantee freaking to you, it's one of the best places in California.
Exactly.
I've been all over the state, and it is still my favorite place to go. So
I just want to interject real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
That if you break, people will help you fix your rig.
Oh, you will get fixed and get back
but
to
they
camp.
will not provide you with parts.
No, well, maybe. It depends.
I just remember a couple of years ago, somebody was like, well, no, you guys are supposed to provide parts. It's like,
no, it depends because we get the radio, and especially Tyler's working on the ham radio communications out there, and that will go out to the whole camp, and it's like, hey, do you have XYZ part?
Right.
And somebody will have it. And if not, we're not far. I mean, you're literally 45 minutes from Reno, an hour to Reno, can get parts from Summit, whatever. There's a major hub. Yeah, Truckie's got common parts, but if there's something specialty, it will be up in the Reno area. So, anyways, check it out. Love it. It's a great place, and yeah.
I can't get any better than the scenery up there.
So, all right.
What?
Are you done, or should I move on? I got something here. I got some notes.
No,
here.
I got more, but you can, if you want to talk, you keep talking.
All right. So I went and picked up your wife doesn't listen to this podcast, right?
No,
She doesn't.
no.
So I went and picked up your wife's birthday's this Saturday coming up.
Yeah, well, yeah, but this episode's going to drop after it. So.
Okay, so we're time traveling. So it's going to post on Tuesday, and your wife's birthday was last Saturday.
That's right.
So I went and picked up, you said, hey, Jason, can you pick up some of these cakes from Burnt Almond Cakes, great cakes from Peter's Bakery.
Yep.
Down the street from me here. Been around for
a million years.
Yeah, a long time. So one of them was like happy birthday, had a saying on it, and the other one was plain.
Right.
So I went in there and I said, hey, I got 2 cakes to pick up for Mr. Maines. And they go, we got this. Okay, one's plain, one's with the saying. And I opened up the box with the saying. She goes, just make sure everything's correct. And it said, happy birthday, Cinnamon.
Really?
Yeah. So I didn't know. I didn't think your wife's name was Cinnamon, but maybe that's a code name or something.
My girlfriend has the same birthday as my wife. So we'll have to
happy birthday, Cinnamon.
We'll have to fix that.
That's a great name there. I'm like, she goes, is this your cake? And I go, yeah, it must be. So you got a plain cake and one that says happy birthday, Cinnamon. So good luck with that.
My girlfriend's a stripper, apparently. Holy mackerel.
So this is going to lead into a rant.
Uh-oh.
And then we're going to, this is not a patron rant, but I just got to say, just an everyday common life. So, and this happens numerous times. So, in this day and age, you go and it's turning into a cashless society, right? So I go in to pick up the cakes for your wife. One that says happy birthday, so then one is plain.
You're killing me, man.
So I go, okay, great. And, I whip out my credit card and...
Pardon me while I whip this out.
Excuse me while I whip this out. And then, so they got the touchless contact thing. So I got the chip. So boom, hit it. Boom, it comes up. And then they flip around the fucking screen. Now, this is at a bakery, mind you, okay? And it's like, immediately comes up, what do you want to tip? 10%, 20%, whatever. It's got the tipping on there for a bakery.
Really?
Or you can deny and feel like an asshole and hit okay, and then you sign, and then you're done, right? With your But how many times have you experienced this, Chris, where you go to a bakery or like Una Mas or like whatever, just a basic freaking,
no table service.
No table service. I mean, it's like you just go up because you already pre-ordered these cakes.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm all about tipping and taking care of. I was in the hospitality service. I fucking get it. But when you go and just, it makes you feel bad. It's like, well, what do I tip? I don't know. Do I do 5%, 10%? Am I going to be an asshole if I don't do 20%? And just like that. So like I go to a restaurant, like anybody goes to a restaurant, you think, okay, I'm going to tip.
Right.
On service, based on service.
Was it good service? Was it bad service?
Right. And most of the time it's good service. And you're like, okay, 20% is,
sure.
If you do 15, okay, cool. 20%, you're like, fuck yeah, that guy's like, or girl is great. Okay. But, you go in and then then, this gets really deep. So it's like if you order a $200 bottle of wine, just let's say we're going out to dinner with Chris Maines because he orders some really great wine.
Sure, Chris money, right?
Yeah, Chris money, hashtag Chris money. And you're like, okay, you got this $200 meal, and then you got this $200 bottle of wine, so you got this $400 bill at the end of the night.
But you got to tip the sommelier.
So do you tip? Do you tip on the 400? Or do you say, okay, 200 of it was food, and do you say, keep the alcohol separate? Because a $200 bottle of wine is just as easy to open as a fucking $20 bottle of wine, right?
Right.
Right? It's the same amount of effort on the server,
So
and like
$40.
compassion and like, oh, this is a great bottle of wine, whatever. I don't care if it's a $20 bottle or a $200 bottle. It's like it's the same amount of effort. So that's my difficulty tipping. It's like, you come in and like this going back to the bakery. Okay, this gal, you had already ordered.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm here to pick up the cakes for Chris Maines with the cinnamon, happy birthday cinnamon logo.
Jesus. I'm going to hell.
So
I won't be on the next episode, folks.
Thanks for playing. So anyways, so she brings the 2 cakes out and it's what you ordered, brings the cakes out, and then I go to swipe my credit card. Okay, it's whatever amount of money, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant.
It was denied, huh?
Yeah, no, my credit card approved.
Oh, okay.
And then she flips the screen around, and then immediately it comes up with a tip. 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever. And I'm like, okay, yes, I get it. You're in the service industry.
They don't get a tip from me.
But do you tip? Do you not? I don't want to be a dick. I don't know. But I feel like you're doing your job at that point. And when you're, in a restaurant situation, and I've had a really great service that I will tip to the 9s, okay? You went out of your way. You made shit happen, whatever. You admitted to mistakes that the kitchen made, and that's not your fault. I will tip the fuck out of you. But when you come in and you're just serving me what I ordered, at a bakery, do I tip you? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
What do you do? I mean, it's coming that way, right? Like Una Mas. I go to get a fucking burrito. I'm like, hey, I'll have this fog hat burrito carne asada. Okay, great. It's a $10 fucking burrito. And they flip the screen around. Okay, what's your tip? I'm like, this is a fast food restaurant. It's not a 5-star dining establishment. I don't know.
Yeah, $10
I don't know.
20% is $2.
I'm in a quandary.
Yeah, I don't see it.
But I love taking care of people that take care of me, and I will take care of you. But where does it?
There needs to
I don't know where the line is.
The line for me is if it's a table service and there's a consistently, not a consistent, but an interaction that's longer than 2 seconds. I mean,
Chris has a stopwatch out. Okay, 1001, 1000.
Well,
okay, you're getting a tip.
You sit down at the table. You're in there for it's an hour long experience, right? I mean, the food servers in a restaurant are typically getting paid minimum wage, right?
Sure, and that's where I'm okay
tips.
with giving a tip. And you're right, because that could be, like a gourmet meal, like you go to a steakhouse or something, right? That's an hour-plus experience.
Correct.
That people are sitting at that table. But for a 5-minute, and I'm exaggerating here, a 5-minute interaction at a bakery, a fast food restaurant like Una Mas, do they deserve a tip? I don't know.
Well, do they? Now, here's another thing to really expand on that. Say you're doing a drive-through and you go to drive-through Starbucks. I have never done that, but do they ask for a tip there?
Do they? I don't know. I haven't done the lavender soft top there.
Listeners can chime in. If you're going to a drive-through coffee like a Dutch Brothers or whatever,
Dutch Bros, yeah.
I don't know. Do they ask for tips on the drive-through? Because I would never tip at a drive-through.
Yeah, that's
never would.
yeah, no. But I mean, being from the food and beverage industry or the service industry, it's like, I get it. You're getting paid minimum wage, and it's like a little tip would be great, if you provide that service. But is it expected? Like somebody that's just doing the minimum to like, I order a cup of coffee and they serve a cup of coffee. Well, that's what's expected at this establishment.
It's becoming
but you're like,
expected.
hey, how's your day, Mr. Green? Or what? They don't even have to fucking say my name, whatever. But just like if you engage with a client and you have a great experience, yeah, I'll throw you an extra $1 for a cup of coffee. Fuck, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, a buck in the tip jar, sure.
You put a smile on my face, great. So I guess I tip on the level of experience. So like I go to a McDonald's, I ain't fucking tipping. I order a burger and fries. That's what I expect. That's what I get. Boom. But you go to a 5-star dining establishment,
Yeah, well, that's
steakhouse, and somebody spend an hour and a half with you catering to whatever your whim is, and they do an exceptional job.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, you're going to get tipped. So
and they may get
I don't
more
know.
than 20%. I mean, it's just
It's a question I have.
Clearly it's boggling you.
It is.
I mean, wow.
I don't want to because
But it's becoming more prevalent.
I'm not doing it for a social status or whatever. Oh, well, that guy, just tipped a lot. No, I want to take care of the people that take care of me. But then when you it just seems like every time you scan your credit card now,
they're asking for a tip.
We're going to flip that screen around, and then what's the fucking tip? And then I don't know if they see if you would put no tip and okay, fast forward, whatever, and you pull your card out, and then do they see it? I don't know.
Then they spit in your food.
Yeah, exactly. They're serving your food, and they're like, oh, that guy didn't fucking tip, and then there you go. I don't know. Do they see that?
I'm going to be out.
I'm not on that side of the coin.
If they start asking for tips at Safeway when I'm checking,
right. So I don't know. Somebody DM us, email us, Jason or Chris at wheelandwinewhiskey.com and let us know that's in the service
you guys
industry
are cheap
like that.
motherfuckers. Just tip.
Do you? I don't know. What's acceptable? I don't want to be that guy.
The world's changing, man. Who knows?
But I will tell you that people that take care of me, I always hand them a tip. Always, always, always. But for basic stuff, like the guy bagging your groceries at the grocery store, do you give them a tip? They're doing their job. I don't know.
Well, if they bring you shit out to your car, I mean,
that's a whole nother thing.
Do I look like a crippled old man, by the way?
Yeah, you do. You look like you need help.
They're like, can we help you out?
You look like you need help. I never get that.
Christ, really?
Sir, do you need help out to your car? No, I don't. They don't ever ask me that.
Do I look that crippled and decrepit? I mean, my God, I know I have gray hair, but holy crap.
I don't know. So anyways, that's a good one. I don't know if it's a rant, but it's just
a question. It's a question about...
It's an observation, and I just don't know. When they flip that fucking screen around, you feel... It's just like when you're at the grocery store, and they're like, you want to,
I ain't giving you no
contribute $1 to UNICEF. Or
Get off my lawn.
And you feel like an asshole if you don't. So, I don't know.
I never give.
You never give. You're not a giver.
No.
You're a hater.
We do a bunch of charitable stuff to the school, so...
Anyways,
we give to other causes.
That's it. I've got one more thing. Go ahead.
You're on a roll, dude. I'm not going to stop you right now.
You're not? Okay, so...
I'll tell you to pump the brakes. Well, Lorenzo might tell you to pump the brakes.
No, Lorenzo is waving hooves. Let's keep going. Roll. So Amber Turner with her rooftop tent. You saw that shit?
She did it for legit. Too legit to quit.
What the hell was that?
Is that real?
I don't know. But I was literally off, disengaged from Instagram. I'm like, I got to take a break and just a mental break from IG. And then I started flipping through over 4th of July week. And then I get this post of this Ultra 4 Suzuki samurai with a rooftop tent leveled out with fucking traction boards.
That's
And
right.
I'm like scanning through really quick, like boom, boom, boom. And then I see this and then I scroll back and I go, oh, fucking Amber, what are you doing?
Wow.
And knowing Amber as we do, it didn't surprise me, right?
You'd think she would have bolted it to her daily, though.
But it was so good. And so I had to put in there, I'm like, at least there wasn't fucking Fireball in the picture. But unbelievable.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Ultra 4.
The world's changing right before our eyes, and I'm not sure we like it.
Every woman challenge vehicle with a rooftop tent and traction boards. I'm at a loss right now. I'm just totally at a freaking loss.
She needs a Jeep.
She does.
She bought a Ford
I don't
truck.
know. I know, and she bought a Ford tow rig. God, thank you, Amber. She recognizes greatness.
It's all right.
That's so good.
My tow services are still.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I'm still waiting to tow a Ford.
nope. Yeah, you're gonna keep waiting too.
No.
Dodges.
No.
Hashtag Dodges suck. But anyways, I'm so glad that Amber bought a Ford tow rig and she's got her Samurai and she's rocking the shit out of it
Yeah.
with whatever she does, overlanding, whatever. Love you, Amber.
Yeah.
Whatever you do. So that's
Just-
great.
She does it right, however she does it.
I'm not sure if she did it for a publicity stunt or if that's her new thing.
I don't know.
Maybe it is.
Well, you know
Maybe
what?
it is.
If she
Still
shows
love
up, well, yeah. I'm not going to say anymore. Right on.
All right. What do you got?
Well, I don't have anything else.
What do you mean you don't have anything else? You
Well,
gotta-
I was going to talk about high fire danger, but you covered that about an hour ago.
Oh, well,
So,
yeah. High fight rate. Okay. What else you got?
Well, I talked about my Jeep and
Yeah.
the steering. So, we talked about the new review. Oh, so I want to do the giveaway. I forgot to bring it down. So, Jason, so it's official. We're going to do the giveaway of my Factor 55
Nice.
winch fair lead that I never
Haas.
bolted up. So it was unboxed but never
Haas.
used. A Haas
It got
fair lead.
fondled but never put on the
Fondled, but
vehicle.
never
Never
put on.
bolted on.
It's in its original packaging. With
So it's still
this.
somewhat virgin.
That's right. I caressed.
Partially virgin.
I still have the sticker in the box. Factor
Okay.
55 sticker.
All right.
So Jason and I are going to work out the details on how
So
we're
it
going to
was
do this
just
giveaway.
a tip on the Haas fair lead. It wasn't like full penetrating.
Just the tip. Wow.
Sorry.
Damn. So yeah, there's gonna be a giveaway on that.
Okay.
So look, stay tuned on the IG.
What
for
color is
details.
that?
It's like a gunmetal gray.
Oh, okay. You got the standard,
They
which
only-
will go with everything.
That's the only color because
What do you
it's
mean
like,
that's the only
it's
color?
like
They got
the-
red,
it's like-
blue.
well, that's on their thimbles and shit.
yeah.
The Haas.
No, the Haas is only
Nope,
one color?
Only one color because that's
I
that,
thought the Haas
that's that anodized mil spec Teflon shit or
I
whatever.
thought they came in different colors.
No,
okay.
not, to the best of my knowledge, that's a negative. Ghost
Okay.
Rider. So-
Negative Ghost Rider coming in.
So anyway,
There we go.
Look for details on that coming through. I think we're going to do it on the IG. I think that's how. It's
Yeah,
gonna
we
happen.
should. We got to do a little. We're long overdue. Lorenzo is saying, we got to do a promotion. And
Hell
that's
yeah.
a great.
Hell yeah.
Look, he's giving the head nod. That's perfect. All right, so Lorenzo is signed on.
Perfect.
We're going to do this Haas Fair lead.
So that'll probably start when you get back from your trip. Figure it out because I'm not going to start it while you're on your vacation.
I'm going to get back in 2022.
All right, so look for that giveaway later in the year. No, we'll figure it out and we'll
We'll
notify
get that
everybody
posted. That's awesome.
shortly.
That's an $80 value, right?
$80 value.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm excited to give that away.
Fuck
It'll
yeah, that's great.
Somebody will benefit.
I kind of
from my-
want that.
Somebody will benefit from my mistake.
There you go. I need one for my Jeep. I've got a little cheapy Haas Fair lead on the Jeep, but the buggy has a worn one, so
Buggy. Yeah.
got that going
That
for
thing
me.
gets flogged on. So.
Well, it did. That 12,000-pound winch with a synthetic rope. You saw the reels. Holy crap. That thing was pulling hard. And
Those synthetic ropes are a trip when when they're under full tension, they heat up and they like get when you take the tension off them, they like stay rigid. It's kind of weird.
yeah, impressive.
So anyway, okay, you got anything else? we can close this pig up.
Can we?
Yeah. Well, let's just wrap
I got
it up.
nothing else, but other than I will say our next interview is going to be epic. That's all I'm going to say.
Next episode's
We got
be
final.
awesome.
We don't do final words here.
No,
on,
but we're going to do, if you want to reach us
on
the IG,
yes,
Wheeling Wine and Whiskey.
Yep, that's the IG.
Or you
And
want
then
to call,
email?
Email is Chris or Jason at wheelingwineandwhiskey.com. Now that Lorenzo's back, remember his email is there too.
Lorenzo still has an email?
Lorenzo still has an email. Lorenzo at wheelingwineandwhiskey.com.
Shit, that's unbelievable.
And,
He's still in there.
Yep. Well, he hasn't
And then
received
phone?
The phone, 408-800-5169.
That's correct. 408-800-5169 is our number. And please call in.
It's been great.
These phone calls have been absolutely epic. So we're looking forward to that. We love our listeners. It is great, the interaction, and please just let us know what you think.
Keep
good,
it up.
bad, or indifferent.
We just want to hear good. You can
That's
send
all
all
right.
the
The bad
stuff to
shit we
Snail Trail.
send to Snail Trail, but whatever. It's been fun.
916
Yeah.
Toyotas suck.
Toyotas suck. 1-800-Toyotas suck. That's what you type in.
Anything else?
All right. That's all I got.
On that note, we're out.